Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my little darlings. Welcome back to this channel. And for those of you who are so lucky enough to stumble across this channel, my dear, it is a pleasure and an honor to have you here today on this channel. My love, you have clicked on this video because you are desiring some much needed advice in regards to a certain situation that may be playing on your mind, or perhaps it's messing with your emotions a little bit. We just need a little bit of guidance and some clarity. So my love, today I do have 3 options for you to pick from. I have option number 1, I have option number 2, and option number 3. So my love, all you have to do is simply scroll down into the description box, where you will be met with a timestamp linked next to each pile. So once you've chosen your pile, choose the number linked next to the timestamp linked next to your pile in the description box, and you'll be fast forwarded to either pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. So please don't rush your decision making. And just as a little disclaimer, my love, if there are any messages in your part of the video that don't make any sense to you, or perhaps it's giving you some sort of confusion, my love, please do not take on the messages. Please do disregard it, as I don't want to mess with your energy, and I simply only want to be elevating with your energy. I only want to be a seer that's going to help guide you in the right direction with something that you actually agree with, not something that you disagree with but you want to take on board anyway. All right, my love? So with that being said, I will see you in your individual pile selection, so please do take care for now. Bye. Alright, my darlings who have joined me here today for pile number 1, it is a pleasure and honor as always to have you here, my darling. So we have got your tarot spread here, and today we're going to be going through, as of number 1, you as yourself. Are you on the correct path? What is the main obstacle? What is helping me? How can progress be made? And then we'll end with the positive movement forward. All right, so I'll always steer you in the right direction after you leave this video, because I want to make sure that you have some sort of guidance in regards to where you need to go. All right, my love? So let's get the cards out and ready for you. So they are pre-shuffled today. So my love, let's first start off with you as yourself. So we have the Page of Pentacles, and then are you on the correct path? We have the 5 of Pentacles, next up we have what is the main obstacle? We have the Ace of Pentacles, and then what is helping me? We have the 5 of Wands, and then finally, how can progress be made? 7 of Cups. Okay. All right, my love, so starting off with you as you are. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is saying that, you know, you're somebody who has a lot of groundedness right now. Like, you feel stable, you feel as though there's a new opportunity that is coming your way, and you're ready to take a leap of faith to move towards that direction. You feel as though you've got all the tools you need and all the resources to positively move in the direction that's going to be the most best for you. Okay, I'm sensing you feel excited, you feel content, and you feel as though you're not really lacking in any resources, and you also feel like you are moving in the direction that is of your calling. You feel as though everything is turning out in your favor, and perhaps you feel as though that you are leveling up, like you're moving towards a new level that's going to be very beneficial for you. And I can see here with, are you on the correct path? But at times you do have some inner doubts within you that express some sense of fear or some sense of worries that your plans may not come to pass, or they may not be as successful as you envisioned or as you dreamed of. And these are simply just illusions. They're just not real. Okay, and I say that in the sense of, this lady, she has the key to this door. Okay, perhaps she may have tried to use the key and maybe she didn't be able to pass through. So this is saying that there's just a different technique or a different way of looking at something for you to progress forward to the next stage. Okay, you have a key. Remember this, you're not outside with nothing. You have resources. So this is saying that you have the inner resources to continue and to progress along your journey, even if things seem hard or things seem as though they are far-fetched or they are not within your reach. Do know that this is only a temporary situation. Okay, it's just the mental thoughts that are clouding your perception right now, and it's just a sense of judgment that you've placed upon yourself. So even if you're feeling as though you don't have certain resources that you need, perhaps you may have a lot of the tools necessary to move forward, but there's just one element that perhaps you may need that's going to fulfill all your desires. Do not worry about the one element or the few elements that are actually missing, but actually focus on what you do have, because that is what's going to be the stepping stone for yourself, and it's going to enable you to see your life in a different way. Seems more positive, because you'll start speaking over yourself more positively. You'll be taking back, you know, certain aspects of your life, removing this doubt that seems to pop up now and again, and reclaiming your authenticity and reclaiming your power, feeling as though you still can continue and progress forward. So you are on the right path, but it's just about you just changing your perception a little bit and knowing that this is just simply a stepping stone and a temporary issue that is going to be resolved. So next up we have, what is the main obstacle? So with the Ace of Pentacles, this is saying that you are desiring this new beginning, and this is not a new beginning that's just popped up. This is something you've been planting the seeds for a very long time, and I'm seeing you don't need to continue to worry about this new beginning or, you know, kind of obsess over it, because it is coming through for you. All right, I'm seeing that there's just the final parts of putting the pieces together of what you want that is coming through. Okay, because you know, first when you're trying to manifest something or you want something new to come into your reality and you're actively working on it, it's about allowing the foundation to come together in stable terms, because you don't want to have something that is just a fluke or it's something that doesn't give you a long-lasting fulfillment. With the Ace of Pentacles, this talks about something that is very stable, it's built on solid ground, and it's something that you can contain for a long while. So this is saying, do not obsess over this new beginning, or don't worry about this new beginning and when it's coming, because it is something that is waiting to sprout into your life at any moment and any given time. So just continue to nurture your vision, keep your eyes on the prize, and exactly envision how you want it to come to you, and allow yourself to, you know, embrace those happy thoughts, those happy memories, because that is what's going to boost it to come together. Okay, there is just a sense of letting go of the time frame and when things are going to happen. Next, with what is helping me, I'm seeing that there may be people coming together to usher and further you along your journey. And I'm saying that they may not come in the most subtlest ways. They may push you further beyond your limits, because there is a sense of you moving quite fast and you being very active within your energy, because you have all the tools, okay, to move forward and progress towards this new beginning. And because you may not have seen things as clear, there are people coming in to usher you towards the path, or towards this blessing, or towards whatever it is that you need advice on. They are coming in to give you that advice, to push you further along your path and to get you to where you need to be. Okay, so if you're coming across any sort of inner challenges or conflicts, you know, there's a lot of push and pull kind of energy. That is why that is happening, because it's here to push you along the path that you are actually meant to be on. Okay, because this thing is wanting to come in quick and fast. And next up we have, how can progress be made? So with the Seven of Cups, this is talking about you making the right choices for yourself. And they're saying that it's okay for you to dream and to visualize, but make sure that you are choosing something that feels good in your heart and in your mind space. Okay, do not allow yourself to be overwhelmed by the options that present itself in front of you. Just always make choices that feel good to you and don't question it. Okay, once you make a choice and it feels good for you, settle in that energy, because you don't want to kind of bring it in confusion. Because you know, when you make a choice and it's a choice that feels good and you stand on that choice, that is your self-empowerment. When you start to overthink the choices that you make, that is when, you know, things start to cloud your perception. And I'm not trying to go down the path of you know, bringing clarity, but I'm trying to steer you away from over analyzing situations and then overthinking situations, because you don't want to go down that route. You want to go down the route where you've got options, you'll think about the options that you're choosing, and then you will make a direct choice and stick with that. Okay, because that's what's going to steer you along the path. So let's see some positive movement forward for you, pile number 1. So we have wish upon a star. Next we have feeling the world. So yeah, you're definitely somebody who tends to pick up the emotions and feelings and thoughts of just everything that's going around you. And I'm sensing you need to really focus on your own inner world and what you have going on, because the more you do that, the more you're able to remove these kind of feelings that are not yours. This doesn't say that you don't care about what's going on around you, but it's to say that when you care about yourself, where you're going, how you're feeling, that energy is very potent for others, because it enables them to put the focus back on themselves, regain their own center, and regain their own energy center back, to put themselves back into alignment as well. So it's an easier task rather than you giving out your energy and not having enough for yourself back. Okay, you want to make sure that you're fulfilling your needs and your purpose and your desires. Okay, and that's how you'll be able to help in the most beneficial way. But I'm seeing as well for you that your wishes are going to come true. Okay, whatever you hold near and dear to your heart, okay, you can see it, the Page of Pentacles. Whatever you hold near and dear to your heart is going to come true. Okay, continue believing in this vision, continue believing in this dream, because it will be fulfilled. All right, and don't allow outside influences that don't push you towards where you want to go to affect you in any ways. Okay, only allow yourself to be contained and affected by the most harmonious and positive energy that you can indulge and bask in, because that is where we find our highest potential. All right, my love. So for those of you who have picked pile number 1, it was a pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today. Please do let me know your thoughts down below, just how well this reading has gone for you, and I'll be sure to see you again in one of my next videos. With that being said, please do take care for now. Bye. Alright, my darlings who have joined me here today for pile number 2, pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today, my darling. So you need advice on something, and I'm here to deliver that advice for you. So today we are going to be going through, as of the tarot spread, you as yourself. Are you on the correct path? What is the main obstacle? What is helping me? How can progress be made? And then lastly, the positive movement forward. So I'm always going to steer you in a positive direction for after you leave this video, so you know that you are sent with love. All right. So I do have your cards that are pre-shuffled, so I'm just going to lay them out and then we will start with the reading. So first card, you as yourself, we have the Devil. Okay, do not be alarmed by this. Okay. The Devil can be seen as somebody who is very positive, actually. Next up with, are you on the correct path? We have the Magician. Create, create, create. What is the main obstacle? Oh, you have the 8 of Swords. And then what is helping me? We have the Moon. And then how can progress be made? We have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so let's start off with you as you are. Okay, you as yourself. So with the Devil card here, this is saying that you may feel perhaps addicted to something or someone in a way that makes you feel good at times, and perhaps it doesn't make you feel good as well at the same time. I'm seeing there's a contrasting balance of energies that kind of play with your mind. Like you're in the position right now that you feel as though there's a situation that you can't get out of because it feels tempting, it feels good, and at the same time you're not sure if this is something you're meant to be indulging in or if this is something you're meant to be giving up. So I'm seeing here there's some sort of balance of energies here within you, and I'm not really picking up any energies of you overdoing things or underdoing things. I feel like you're in the middle right now of going through what you are, because I feel like you are wanting to take back control of your life, and you're trying to make choices that feel good to you, not for others, but to you. So you may be indulging or basking in different things to see if this is something for you or not. And at times you may feel as though that you can't move past something keeps replaying on your mind, and it's making you feel unsettled at times. But at the same time, it's like there's this conflict in energy because it makes you feel good. So I'm seeing that there's a desire to continue to have some sort of balance within your energies. Okay, and I can see here with, are you on the correct path? I feel as though that you actually are, because you are creating something for yourself that's going to be stable. Okay, because when we have the devil energy, it talks about our addictions, it talks about, you know, what we have going on within the mind. It also talks about this, just having to have a balance, you know, and not being trapped in your own story or having this sense of manipulation around you. So I'm seeing that you are someone who wants to break free from any lies or break free from any circumstances that don't really serve you, and you have the ability to do that. I'm seeing you are definitely someone who is very smart, you're very clever, and you know exactly when it's time for you to leave something behind, because you're not going to allow yourself to be controlled by anything or anyone that does not feel good to you. Okay, so you are definitely on the right path, because you are going to be creating a reality, okay, that is more beneficial for yourself. It's more comfortable for yourself. You feel good, and you feel as though things are just working in your favor. So it's about you shifting your mindset and shifting into energies where you have the power, and not somebody else that is trying to control your movements or your actions or what you're actually trying to do. Okay, the main obstacle I'm seeing here for you with the Eight of Swords is you being in your head a lot. Okay, and this is in relation to the devil, in relation to the choices that you are making. So this is saying that do not allow yourself to be overburdened by your thoughts, because sometimes the thoughts that are in our mind, okay, they can be overactive. Okay, even if it's something that we have tried to forget about, but sometimes we keep thinking about it, if we can let those thoughts go, the thoughts that don't actually serve us, and remove that from our reality, then we can continue to live in this reality that is more beneficial for us. Because this lady, she appears trapped, but it's just an illusion. Okay, it's just her thoughts, her mind. Okay, this is not actually what's going on. So it's important for you to only take on thoughts that feel good to you, and not take on thoughts that are making you feel trapped or making you feel as though you're somebody else's puppet or somebody else's object. Okay, my love. And with what is helping me, I'm seeing here that there are definitely illusions, okay, but I'm seeing your instinct, using your natural instinct to guide you forward is what's helping me. You are beginning to strengthen your intuition more. So it's that gut feeling, what feels good to you. You're making those choices even though you may not know where you're going to end up. Still making the choices that your intuition is calling out to you, those choices that make you feel good, the ones that you don't have to question yourself when you think that thought. That is when you are being helped and being ushered along the path that you're meant to go down. Okay, it's about choosing your own thoughts, choosing a path, even though you don't know the next steps forward continuing to make those choices because those ones are the ones that you made and it made you feel good. Because as long as you make choices that are in alignment with yourself, you can always and only be on the right path. When you're allowing other people to make choices for you, that's when we become in this kind of shaky energy, and we may have doubts because we don't know if it's the right choice. That's why it's very important for you to step up and lead your own life, because then at least you know you made the choices yourself and you didn't give the power away to anybody else to show you the sense of direction that you should be going down. And next up, with the how can progress be made? So this is saying to make sure that you allow yourself to clear away the past, clear away old thoughts and feelings that don't serve you. Do not allow yourself to be trapped in an ongoing nightmare that just doesn't seem good to you, okay? Always put yourself in a place or an environment that it's going to be soothing for yourself, okay? Because we want to try to release these fears of going down a wrong path. This is saying that let go of your worries about the future, okay? Because it's time for you to focus on things that are going to make you feel good, okay? Practice having those loving thoughts, those loving memories, and step into the light, okay? Do not allow any illusions to get the better of you or to make you feel as though you're unworthy, because darling, that is simply not the case, all right? So let's see the positive movement forward. So we have the royal you, okay? Next up, we have willing release. So my darling, this is about you stepping up for yourself and not allowing yourself to be too attached to people right now, to circumstances, or to how events should play out, but really just stepping into your true authentic self, okay? Like I said, making those choices that are for you right now and not having no fear about how these choices are going to turn out, because you must always have this positive outlook or this positive mindset that says any choice that I do make is going to turn out in my favor for my highest good, because it's only possible, okay? And don't be so attached to how things turn out, because that is where we start to trap ourselves in these illusions and we try to force things. We want to allow ourselves to receive and not to force, because it's just naturally our way of living, okay? So this is saying be willing to release, okay, what you are wanting or your desired outcomes, but still act from a place of authority, as of leadership, okay? Still be willing to step into your own personal power without having to have the need of control, if that makes sense, okay? Let things go and continue to progress along your journey, because you'll be met with so much more delightful surprises and things that want to come towards you because of your braveness and your courage to have faith that things are always turning out in your favor, my darling, all right? So for those of you who have picked pile number 2, it is a pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today, my darling. And with that being said, I will see you again in one of my next readings. So please do take care for now. Bye. All right, my loves who have joined us here today for pile number 3, it is a pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today, my darling. So we are going to go through today for the advice that you need. We're going to be seeing you first, so you as yourself in your current energy. Then we're going to see, are you on the correct path? What is the main obstacle? What is helping me? How can progress be made? And then we will end it with the positive movement forward. So of course, after this video, I always want to steer you in a direction that's going to give you some hope and faith, allow you to see some loving opportunities and connections that's going to help you steer you in the direction of your calling, darling. So I do have the pre-shuffled cards here, and I'm going to lay the cards out in the sections, and then we will go through the reading. So my love, let's start off with you as yourself. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, are you on the correct path? We have the Six of Cups. We have, what is the main obstacle? We have the Five of Swords. What is helping me? We have the Ace of Swords. And how can progress be made? We have the Ace of Cups. Okay. So let's start off with you as you are. So I'm seeing you may be focused right now on your work or partnering up with people, working with partnerships. There's something about your career right now that's really taking your time and energy, because you want to make sure that you are perfecting whatever it is that you're working on. You want to make sure that you are on top of your game and that things are always done in a timely manner, things are always done correctly, and they're done in ways where you feel good working, okay? You are making sure that your career is not disturbed and that everything is just in alignment with where you are trying to go. So with the Six of Cups, I'm seeing here that you have a lot of memories that replay through your mind a lot, okay? You're often revisiting perhaps who you were in the past or the type of people you were around in the past, but there's this emphasis of you often revisiting the past in your mind, thinking about those good feelings, or thinking about when you did have, the love around you that really supported you in the most beneficial ways. Or I'm seeing you actually reminiscing or thinking about the love that you desire to have, in your future, or the love that you wish you could have had it right now. There's this emphasis of you feeling as though you've missed out on some love, or you're really thankful for the love that you currently have right now, but there's this nostalgic feeling of the past, really the past and the love. There seems as though there's something missing within your energy. You're missing out on some love and tender care, and perhaps you wish you could have invited it into your life experience right now. With the Five of Swords, with what is your main obstacle, I'm seeing that you have a conflict of energies right now, and this pertains to your thoughts and the way you're thinking about things. I'm seeing that you are definitely somebody who is an overthinker, and you're in your head a lot, okay? Whether you agree to this or not, you're definitely somebody who is in their mind a lot, and you tend to overthink about situations, and you play out how situations could have gone in a more better way, and you're trying to find some sort of clarity. So I'm seeing you being in your head is what is causing this distraction or this problem for yourself, because you need to kind of revisit or focus more on living in the present moment, okay? Not overthinking about what's happened in the past or thinking about the love that you could have had, but it's about really inviting your energy into this world, into this experience right now, and really focusing on the love that could be here right now and not where you could have been, because the past is in the past and it's time to actually focus on the future. I mean, you could focus on the past and have happy memories, but because we have the Five of Swords, I'm seeing, you know, there's more energies of regret or more energies of you know, feeling like you've had missed out experiences. So I'm seeing here there is a trend and there's a need for you to really focus on where you actually want to end up. And you know, you could be overthinking about your career as well. You could be overthinking about where and what's going to happen to you in the future, and this is not a skill that is beneficial for you right now, my love. All right, because if we're overthinking, we're not really using our energy in the most uplifting ways. We want to make sure, darling, that we are thinking positive thoughts about our career or positive thoughts about the support of people that we do have in our life, because we want to encourage more of that in our actual reality. Okay, so stop the overthinking and over worrying, because it's not going to benefit you in the ways that you actually do desire, in the ways that you actually do want. With the Ace of Swords, okay, with what is helping you, so you need to be able to lock into the thoughts that actually serve you well. Okay, disregard the Five of Swords. Okay, disregard these thoughts that put you in a standstill or feeling as though things are not working out for you, and move towards the path of your actual intelligence. Okay, you know exactly, my love, where you're trying to go. Okay, do not try and shrug it off, because darling, you know where you want to go. You know the type of thoughts you want to have. You know the direction that you want to go in. So why stress yourself with the Five of Swords? Why stress yourself and overthink? Allow yourself to make a decision. Okay, make a decision that feels good to you and stick with it there. You can see this lady, her head, you know, her face. She makes a decision and she's clear about it. Okay, she's certain about it, and that's the energy that you want to put yourself in. You don't want to put yourself with the Five of Swords where it hurts. Okay, we don't want it to hurt, darling. No, we don't. We want to make sure that you're certain about the choices that you're actually making. Okay, make an empowered choice. And then with the Ace of Cups, with the how can progress be made, this is saying that continue to move from your heart space. Okay, continue to make heart-based decisions, ones that feel good. Okay, align your thoughts and feelings together to make sure that you go down the path that's going to be feeling good for you, because you have so much empathy, you have so much compassion, you have so much love within yourself. So express, my darling, that love into the world in all the correct ways. Okay, you're very intelligent and your intuition is on point, so it's definitely about focusing on those thoughts that are going to push you in the most harmonious direction. Okay, don't think about those thoughts that are going to push you or put you down or pull you in an energy where you're in regret or in remorse, or you're in, you know, those the lack kind of energy. You want to be uplifted, you want to feel positive, and you want to feel good about the decisions that you do make. So my love, let's see some positive movement forward. So we have endless possibilities. Wow. Okay. And then we also have, oh yes, a higher view. So this is saying don't limit yourself right now, my darling. Okay, make sure that the choices that you do make are going to be ones that allow you to see things from a higher perspective. Okay, we have the owl. The owl represents wisdom, so this is saying that you're very smart and you're very intelligent and you're very mature. Okay, allow yourself to make the right decisions for yourself and don't feel guilty about it. Okay, always soar high, because there are so much perceptions and possibilities out there, so it's important that we make choices that are actually aligned for us and that allows us to move beyond our potential that we currently have. Okay, always taking a leap of faith, make things yours. Okay, you know that there is more to life that meets the eye, and it's about you taking that leap of faith and knowing that you will be always sailing above anything that will try to bring you back down to a level that you don't want to be on, okay? Always stay focused and don't allow yourself to be triggered by things that are lower vibrational or things that don't really elevate you to the path that you're actually going to be on. All right, my darling? So with that being said, this is the end of the reading. I do hope you have enjoyed the reading. Please do let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll be sure to see you again in one of my next videos. So with that being said, please do take care for now. Bye.